Alright everybody, let's talk about some time frames, why they're useful. This is going to be Sit Down Sunday, number 3. It's currently Saturday, but I'm away all day tomorrow on Sunday, or today when it comes out. So I'm doing it right now. So time frames, why are they important? You need to know which time frames suit you better. Now, everyone knows that you can trade on almost any time frame, but you need to choose the right time frame for you, and you can't keep switching between them on where you're going to take your signals. If you're using moving averages, if you have I think this is the 9 and the 20. Yeah, so if you're using the 9, if you're trading off the 9 on the 1 minute, and you're playing rejections, okay? You're shorting this under the 9, you're covering over, it comes back, you're shorting under the 9. Whatever you're doing, you have to stay consistent with the time frame. You can't just all of a sudden go from the 1 minute and then go, okay, 30 minute. Okay, now I'm gonna play the long. Now I'm gonna play the short on the bigger time frame. This goes back to my video where I said have a setup, have a plan, have your setup, and just trade it. Now, two parts to this. I want to say it's very important to only trade your plan and your plan's time frame and not get screwed up by the other time frames. But I also think it's very, very important to look at the bigger time frame. Look at the bigger picture. If you want to zoom out, if you zoom out to the daily, you have to see, okay, Netflix is in an uptrend. So I'm not going to try to swing this short. If I'm going to swing this, I'm going to try to get the long entry. Maybe you were waiting for this 200 on Netflix. It comes up, and this is the daily chart. It comes down, boom, you take the long, maybe you're selling at these highs. Okay, now you have no entry. You're trading on the 200 on the daily, not the 200 on the 5 minute, because this is all over the place. It'll give you false entries. It'll give you all kinds of shit that's not part of your plan. So again, it comes up, comes back down, maybe you took the entry again for a swing, boom, you sell at the highs. So you might think, if you're on a lower time frame, let's just use the 5 minute. If you keep taking shorts off of the 5 minute, why do I keep getting stopped out here? Like, if you take it here, why am I getting stopped out? Or here, why am I getting stopped out? And why is it ripping? It's because you're not taking into account the higher time frames. They're very important. That's what people mean by you have to switch between them. And I know it can kind of suck sometimes to try to like flip through all of them, but if you're just trying to learn a few stocks, then maybe that's all you can do while taking into account all of the time frames, because you need to. The big money is not using the 1 minute chart. There's nothing wrong with trading a 1 minute chart necessarily, but you have to know where the big money is going to flow. And the big money on these types of stocks uses the big picture, right? They use these big trend lines on the daily, the weekly, the monthly. So there's no problem with trading the 1 minute. You just have to know, like, if you're trying to short on the 1 minute on a setup that's somewhere in here on the weekly, you're gonna get your butthole torn. Like, you're gonna get your face ripped off, because that's where the big money's coming in, and they move the market. The 1 minute traders, they don't move the market. So hopefully that was useful. Please let me know your questions about time frame. I know this is a shorter video, but I think it's very important. You have to know all of these different time frames. You have to know if you're going to take a long on one time frame or a short on one time frame. Like, let's go to a couple days ago on Netflix. How do I easily just go left? Oh, there it is. It's moving. It's moving. It's going too slow. Can I just do this? Yeah, so if you're looking to take a short on Thursday on Netflix at a level that you have or at a trend line, you have to just zoom out, take a look. Am I going with the trend or am I going against the trend? So here, we're in a clear downtrend. Maybe you wanted to short it up in here on a moving average like the 200 or so, whatever it is. That's fine. You're following the trend. But when you zoom back out to a bigger time frame. I don't know where you would draw your trend line, wherever it is, if you're on the hourly or the daily. When you draw it, yeah, so a shorter term trend, let's say, is like somewhere in here. You don't want to be swinging short Netflix in this area. It's more likely to hold than to break. Let me know your questions, comments. Thanks. Peace.